Mouth. Father of mercy, may every bitterness and poison, every anger and wrath, every form of cheating and deceit, every harsh or light-hearted word, and all which is not fitting, every idle or careless word, be removed from my mouth. May the words of my mouth be purified from all curse and bitterness. Give me a muzzle for my mouth and the bridle of the Holy Spirit for my tongue. Let no corrupt word proceed out of my mouth, but only what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. Bless me, so my speech may always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that I may know how I ought to answer each one. Help me to always be ready to give a defense to anyone who asks me for the reason for the hope that is in me, with meekness, gentleness, and with the fear of the Lord. Make my tongue like the tongue of the instructed, who sustains the weary with a word. Like a polished arrow inside a quiver, let my mouth be as a new threshing sledge with sharp teeth that threshes the mountains, difficulties, or big problems, and crushes them, reducing the hills, small problems, like chaff, as nothing of worth. Fill my mouth with your words. Let your word be like a hammer that breaks a rock, a very difficult problem, in pieces, and like live coals and arrows of fire. Remove from me sin and iniquity. Put your words in my mouth, to fulfill your purposes, comforting and encouraging words that support and strengthen. Give me words of discernment and distinction, to reveal and discern, words of truth, to separate the precious pearls from the vile, hateful attitudes of my heart. Put a muzzle in my mouth as long as the wicked are in my presence. Set a guard over my mouth, O Lord. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Give me words to fearlessly make known the mystery of the gospel at all times. Father, I ask that you will speak to me, mouth to mouth, plainly, so that I may understand. Let your word be very near me, in my mouth and in my heart, so that I may do it. Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. I will put no trust in a friend, put no hope in a guide. God, you alone are my hope. In you alone I put my trust. I will not be afraid. Let me be known as a man or woman of God, that your word in my mouth is truth. Let my mouth never kiss the ball, worship false or other gods. Keep me as your prophet from a lying spirit in my mouth. Set a watch, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. When I pray for the dead, spiritually and physically, let the words of my mouth bring them life. Always give your good spirit to teach me, and do not withhold your hidden manna from my mouth. Give me living water for my thirst. I will bless you at all times. Your praise shall always be in my mouth. Let my mouth speak wisdom and my tongue justice. Put a new song in my mouth, praise to you, my God. Let many see it and fear and trust in you. Let my mouth speak of wise things, and the thoughts of my heart be of understanding. I open my mouth and pant, for I long for your commandments. The law of your mouth is better to me than much gold and silver. According to your loving kindness give me life, so shall I keep the testimony of your mouth. How sweet are your words to my taste, more than honey to my mouth. Let your high praises be in my mouth, and a two-edged sword in my hand. Let my mouth be a well of life. Let your wisdom in my heart teach my mouth, and add learning to my lips. Let another man praise me, and not my own mouth, a stranger, and not my own lips. Let me not be rash with my mouth. Do not let my heart be hasty to speak before you, for you are in heaven, and I am on earth. Therefore help me, and let my words be few. Help me, and let my mouth not cause my flesh to sin. Do not be angry at my words, or destroy the work of my hands. Let me not only draw near to you with my mouth, and honor you only with my lips, but may I always give you my whole heart. Make my mouth like a sharp sword, in the shadow of your hand. Hide me. Make me like a polished arrow, hidden in your quiver. Put your words in my mouth. Cover me in the shadow of your hand. Let also the words I speak by your Spirit not return to you void, but accomplish what you please and do what you sent your words to do. In the day of my visitation, cause me to boldly speak your word. Fill my belly, inner man, with the scroll, your words, that you will give me. For you have made me a watchman, to intercede, to the house of Israel and all the nations. When you speak with me, I will open my mouth and speak the words that you will give me. Even if people may not listen or rebel against your word, help me to continue to warn them. Cause your hand to be upon me in the evening. Open my mouth and remove dumbness from me. Give me utterance, so that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, which is Christ. Help me to completely put off all anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, and filthy language that come out of my mouth.